everyone, today's video is about when you slam the door in Bakugo's face and he hits you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You didn't mean to slam the door in his face. Well, maybe you did. Just a little. You were too angry to care. The whole evening had been a mess from the start. You, Bakugo, and Kirishima had planned a quiet night in, movies, snacks, and just some well-deserved time together. But, of course, nothing ever went as planned when you were dating them. Bakugo had picked a fight with some guy at the grocery store over a bag of chips, and Kirishima, bless his heart, had spent half an hour trying to calm him down on the way home. The argument carried over into the car, then back, and by the time you reached the apartment, you just had enough. So when Bakugo started yelling the moment you walked through the door, you turned, glared, and slammed it right in his face. The impact was immediate, a loud bang, followed by a string of cursing, and then, what the hell? The door burst open, and before you could react, something hard connected with your shoulder. Bakugo's palm, rough and heavy, not a full-force hit but strong enough to jolt you backward. The impact sent a sharp sting through your arm and you stumbled. Your breath caught in your throat, not from pain but from shock. Bakugo's eyes widened just as fast, his mouth opened like he was about to say something, but you didn't wait. Your heart was already pounding in your ears. "You hit me," you said, voice shaking. His hands switched at his sides. "Shit. I didn't mean I was just..." Kirishima addressed in first, and he had been in the kitchen, oblivious until the door slammed and the impact happened. He rushed over, his crimson eyes flickering between you and Bakugo. "Did you hit them?" "I didn't," Bakugo started, but his voice wavered. "I didn't mean to, okay? The damn door slammed and I..." He cut himself off, running a hand through his hair. His chest rose and fell in short, harsh breaths. You swallowed, taking a step back. "That doesn't change the fact that you did." Silence. Kirishima stepped between you both, his broad form blocking Bakugo from your view. His expression was unreadable, serious in a way that you rarely saw. "Bakugo," his voice was calm but firm, "you need to back off." Bakugo's jaw clenched, his hands curled up into fists before relaxing again. You could see it, the war inside him, the rage, the guilt, the frustration. It was eating him alive. "I didn't freaking mean to," he muttered, quieter this time. You exhaled sharply, crossing your arms over your chest. "That doesn't make it okay." His shoulders tensed, and for the first time, he looked genuinely lost. Bakugo Katsuki was a lot of things. Loud, brash, infuriating. But he wasn't someone who hurt the people he loved. Not like this, and he knew it. "I don't know what to say," he admitted, eyes dark with something close to regret. "I never wanted to." He sucked in a sharp breath, tilting his head back like he was trying to shove his emotions down. "I don't even know what to say." Kirishima sighed, running a hand through his hair. "Okay," he said slowly. "We need to sit down, all of us." He turned to you, his face softer now. "Are you okay?" You hesitated. Physically, you were fine. Emotionally, not so much. "I don't know," you admitted. "I just need a second." Kirishima nodded. "Take your time." He looked back at Bakugo, who was still stiff as a board, hands shaking at his sides. "And you need to calm down." Bakugo let out a humorless laugh. "You think I don't know that?" Kirishima arched a brow. "Then act like it." Bakugo opened his mouth to snap back, but stopped. His gaze flickered to you, lingering on your shoulders where he had hit you. You saw the regret there, burning brighter than any flame he could produce. And that, more than anything, made your chest ache. After a long moment, he exhaled heavily and turned on his heel. I need some air, he said, before stomping out of the apartment, slamming the door behind him. The silence that followed was deafening. Kirishima turned back to you immediately. Come here. He didn't resist when he pulled you into his arms, wrapping you in a hug that was both grounding and gentle. His warmth seeped into you, and for the first time since the whole mess started, you let yourself breathe. Are you okay? He asked again, voice softer this time. You swallowed, pressing your face into his shoulder. I think so. He didn't mean to. I know. That was the worst part. Kirishima sighed, rubbing slow circles on your back. But it still hurt. You nodded against him. More silence. Then, do you think he's okay? You asked. Kirishima hesitated before answering. I think he's trying to be. That was enough for now. But this wasn't over. Not by a long shot. An hour passed before the door creaked open again. You and Kirishima were curled up on the couch, neither of you speaking much. You weren't angry anymore, just exhausted. Bakugo stepped inside, his usual fury presence dimmed. His red eyes flicked. To you first, then to Kirishima. He looked like he wanted to say something, but couldn't find the words. You sat up slowly, watching him. I'm sorry. It was quiet, almost hesitant, but it was there. Bakugo Katsu never apologized, unless he meant it. He stared at him for a long moment before sighing and patting the empty space beside you. Come here. He hesitated. Just for a second, before he moved, sitting next to you stiffly. Kirishima reached out, placing a hand on his knee and grounding him. He looked at him, really looked, and saw the guilt weighing on his shoulders. I know you didn't mean to, but next time, think before you act. I will. His jaw clenched, but he nodded anyway. Kirishima sighed in relief. All right. Now that we're all back, can we just agree that this whole night sucked? He let out a breathy laughter. Yes, it did. Bakugo scoffed, but smirked anyway, leaning back against the couch. Whatever. Movie night's not over, though. I didn't go through all that bullshit just to sleep now. You and Kirishima exchanged glances before grinning. It wasn't really perfect, but you'd figure it out together. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!